Hello soccer lovers, welcome back to APFC, your go-to channel for all things soccer. Today, we're going to unravel the mysteries of position in soccer, one of the key principles of the positional play style. You've probably seen the debates on social media, the back and forth between fans of positional play and functional styles. Some argue that positional play restricts players, limiting their freedom on the field, but is that really the case? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of positional play and see how it's not about restrictions, but rather about creating and occupying spaces effectively. We'll explore the roles of different players and how they adjust their positioning based on various factors. Are you ready to gain a new perspective on position in soccer? Let's get started. We have the first, second, third, and fourth attackers in soccer. All these roles are related to the distance between the player and the ball. The first attacker is the player with the ball, the possessor. The second attacker is the near player from the ball who can receive directly. The third attacker is the player in an intermediate position who normally cannot receive the ball directly or the distance is far. Finally, the fourth attacker is the player who is far away from the ball and cannot receive the ball. Let's start with the second role player. This player is crucial in the game as they are the immediate support for the possessor. They must be aware of four key elements: the ball situation, the ball's near defender, the direct mark, and the possessor's orientation. If the ball is pressed, the second role player must come close to the possessor to help beat the opposing player's pressing. If the ball is free, the second player must find a spot that allows them to progress in the game, a progression lane. The ball's near defender and their intentions will influence our decision about the ball situation. This first defender is the one that will dictate if the possessor will have space or not. Depending on this player, our positioning has to be to beat the first pressing run or to find a space that allows us to break the line. Our direct mark will be the player who gives us the crucial information to see where we can occupy the best spot to progress. Our objective is to offer a progression lane. Consequently, occupying the blind spot of this player will help us to receive the ball in this crucial space. Finally, the possessor's orientation will allow or deny us the opportunity to receive the ball. If we are in the same orientation, we must be ready to receive the ball as a second receiver. If we are not in the possessor's orientation, we must anticipate who will be the next receiver to occupy a position that allows us to receive after this player's reception. In soccer, we must anticipate rather than react. Now let's move on to the third role player. This player must adjust their positioning depending on the near teammate, the near teammate's defender, and our defender. When our near teammate is closer to the ball and in a second role, he has the priority to choose the space he wants to occupy. For him, it's more challenging to perceive the ball and the teammate in their blind spot. But the third role player can see the second role player and the ball. The third role player must apply the counter movements concept. This concept is related to executing a movement in the opposite direction from the second player's movement, occupying the space that this player and his direct mark are leaving. This movement allows him to receive the ball and at the same time to create third-man interactions with the possessor and the second role player. Also, it could happen that during the ball's travel, our direct mark changes the marking reference and presses our near teammate. In this case, we must be fast in adjusting our positioning in the defender's blind spot pressing run to help the player who will receive the ball beat the incoming pressing. A crucial decision for the third role player is to understand whether he can benefit from the movement or whether it must be a beneficiary of the teammate. If the teammate can receive the ball, their objective is to maintain a higher position to pin their direct mark and make it impossible for him to press the player. But if the ball is pressed and the direct marking is moving to press the ball, he must understand that have to execute a counter movement to benefit from the action. The fourth role player pins the opposing players to increase the space for the third role players. They must be patient to keep their position till they are closer to the ball and can actively participate in the game. Now, let's talk about the concept of body positioning. This crucial aspect can make or break a player's effectiveness on the field. Body positioning has three crucial concepts: the head-up concept, the body profile, and the link your actions concept. The head-up concept helps us to identify the crucial elements that will help us to position ourselves in the field and adjust our body position to improve our body profile and link our actions. The body profile is the positioning that our body must apply to connect the ball and our purpose, normally the opposing goal, trying to have a larger view of the field. Finally, in order to play one step ahead of the opposing team, we must apply the link your actions concept. This concept aims to detect the options we have in the game before receiving the ball and adjust our control or passing once the ball arrives to us. Because of that, we can link our actions and move quicker than the defender, beating them and keeping progress in the game. So, there you have it, a deep dive into the concept of position in soccer, from the roles in soccer to the elements influencing positioning and the important concepts of body positioning. Remember, in soccer, understanding your position and how to adjust it based on various factors is key to effective play. It's not about restricting movement, but rather about understanding the game and making the right decisions at the right time. So, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, the game is all about position, possession, and pressing. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, remember to hit the like button, share it with your fellow soccer enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful soccer content.